Have you ever felt disconnected from your current life? Like the version of you that exists right now is not fully who you want to become. Maybe you look at yourself and think, I know I'm meant for more than this. More confidence, more discipline, more peace, more success, more softness, more purpose. But then another voice says, but this is who I am. And that right there is what keeps so many people stuck. Because people think identity is permanent, they think because they were once insecure, awkward, broke, lazy, unmotivated, messy, quiet, or lost, that they have to stay the same forever. But the truth is, you can always rebrand. You do not have to stay the same forever. One of the hardest things about changing your life is realizing that your current identity may actually be the thing holding you back. People become attached to who they've always been. The shy girl, the party girl, the girl with no direction, the girl everyone underestimates, the girl that never takes herself seriously. And sometimes we hold onto these identities because they're comfortable, even if they hurt us. Because at least they're familiar. And what's scary about rebranding yourself is that it requires entering the unknown. You have to become someone you've never been before. And people around you may not understand it. The moment you start elevating yourself, suddenly people say you changed. But growth literally requires change. You cannot become a new person while remaining attached to old habits, old mindsets, old energy, and old environment. And I think social media has confused people into thinking rebranding is just aesthetics. A new hairstyle, Pinterest outfits, a clean girl routine, matching gym sets, luxury perfumes. But true rebranding is internal first. It's how you speak to yourself when no one's around. It's your standards, your discipline, your boundaries, the way you carry yourself, the things you tolerate, the way you spend your time. Real rebranding happens quietly before the world even notices it. Before the glow-up photos, before the compliments, before the success. The real transformation starts in private. And honestly, one of the loneliest parts of becoming a new version of yourself is realizing that your old environment no longer fits you. Sometimes you outgrow conversations, outgrow habits, outgrow certain friendships, outgrow the version of yourself people were comfortable with. And that can feel isolating at first. But the isolation is often where transformation begins. A really good example of this is Afnan Khalifa. If you look at her now, you see confidence, luxury, business, influence, branding, success, and someone who fully owns her identity online. But what's interesting is, she talks openly about coming from a background where women were expected to stay quiet, be obedient, and play small. She spoke about how rebelling against those expectations is what ultimately gave her her freedom and success. And that's powerful because she essentially rebranded her entire life. She didn't stay attached to the identity that other people placed onto her. She became someone bigger. She built a personal brand. She became confident online. She learned sales. She learned branding. She transformed herself into someone who could build opportunities from social media. And whether people agree with every opinion she has or not, one thing is undeniable. She reinvented herself completely. That's why I think rebranding is so powerful. Because once you change your self-image, your entire life can change with it. The way people treat you changes, the opportunities you attract change, the rooms you enter change, your standards change. And I think a lot of people underestimate how much their life can change by the identity they keep repeating to themselves every single day. If you constantly tell yourself, I'm awkward, I'm lazy, I'm not disciplined, I'm not confident, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not successful, your brain starts acting accordingly. But imagine if you started moving like the future version of yourself today. Not perfectly, not overnight, but intentionally. This is how rebranding begins. I think sometimes people are waiting for permission to become someone new. But this is your permission. You are allowed to reinvent yourself. You are allowed to become softer, more feminine, more disciplined, more confident, more private, more ambitious, more healed. You do not owe permanent loyalty to a version of yourself that no longer aligns with your future. And honestly, some people will only know the old version of you. Let them. Because your life is not meant to stay frozen just to make other people comfortable. The people who are truly meant for your life will grow with you. Here are 3 takeaways for you guys. Takeaway 1, your identity is not fixed. Just because you were one way in the past does not mean you have to stay that way forever. Takeaway 2, real rebranding starts internally before it shows externally. The habits, mindset, discipline, and standards always come before the glow up. Takeaway 3, your future requires a different version of you. You cannot expect a new life while staying attached to the same mindset, same habits, and same self-image. So if you're feeling disconnected from your current life lately, maybe it's because you're outgrowing your old self. And maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe this is the beginning of your rebrand. You're becoming that girl era. And trust me, you are not stuck as the person you are today.